Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. Today, a panel of UW La Crosse professors will hear why or why not former Chancellor Joe Gao should be stripped of his tenure. Gao has already lost the chancellor position for appearing in online pornography with his wife, but he's held to his role as a tenured faculty member. News 8 Now's Allison Fergott is live at the Omni Center in Onalaska, where Gao is set to defend himself and his position. Allison.
Alexandra, we are live outside of the Omni Center right now. We are less than 30 minutes from when the hearing will start into whether Joe Gao can keep his tenure. And right now we're seeing a lot of media come in and some audience members are starting to trickle in. No sign of Gao yet. So now this hearing, it all started after Interim Chancellor Betsy Morgan filed charges against Gao, and those include allegations of unethical conduct. Gao has decided to defend himself against the charges. Meanwhile, UWL will be represented by two UW system lawyers. This is not a legal trial, but in many ways it will resemble one. After arguments wrap up, the panel of professors will meet privately to vote on whether he should keep his position with the university. 4 votes are needed to dismiss. Now, it is unclear how long the hearing could last. Each side will have 3 hours to make their argument, and that is outside of their closing and opening statements. And if needed, this could go into a second day. Reporting in Onalaska, Allison Fergott. Alexandra, I'm sending it back to you.
All right, Allison, thank you. And whatever the panel recommends will be sent as a recommendation to the interim chancellor. She can then decide if she wants to send a recommendation to dismiss Gao to the UW Board of Regents. If that does happen, the board will hold its own hearing at a later date.
Well, we definitely had the change, cloudy conditions, much cooler temperatures, more like I like for this time of year, but it's going to persist for a while. But if you want sun, we're not going to see it. Overall, rainfall amounts from yesterday really tapered off as everything really fell apart as it came closer to, much more as you further south and west. We have more rain eventually coming, but you can kind of see these are the dew points where that front is kind of sitting. Still 69 dew point in Boscobel, but up to the north, 56 in Eau Claire. So we have a little bit of a boundary sitting, and that's kind of where it's separating a few showers to where you're just really going to have cloudy conditions here. In Eau Claire's on the cloudy side, not going to see much change overall, really temperature-wise today, just in the low 70s with that north-northwest wind. La Crosse may be a shower, but most of it will stay just to the south with a north wind, similar type of conditions. There's a few showers, mainly just south of Viroqua, and that stretches down towards Prairie du Chien, kind of right along that little boundary that sits right there. As we kind of zoom out, you can kind of see where it's stretching. There's quite a bit of moisture all the way further south. That'll be the trend this afternoon. All the activity will stay just to the south and east, but Boscobel, Prairie du Chien might be able to pick up a few sprinkles. Otherwise, everyone else is just going to see cloud cover and that northwest wind. So we'll kind of break down. We have more clouds today, but the shower chance does start increasing. We'll kind of break down why and what it looks like to be Friday. That coming up a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, we'll see you then. Thank you. Tropical Storm Alberto, the first named storm of what is expected to be an above-average hurricane season, has formed in the Gulf of Mexico with top sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. Alberto is forecast to make landfall in Mexico tomorrow, but it's already impacting Texas. In Galveston, dark clouds and gusts of wind have already rolled in. On beaches, red flags and no swimming signs warn of dangerous currents. In Surfside, Texas, the mayor went to the beach to stop people from swimming or surfing.
Doing this for the safety of the public and also the safety of my employees, my officers, who would have to go out there and rescue these people if they got in trouble.
Experts are predicting an intense hurricane season, largely due to the warmest ocean surface temperatures on record. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration predicts between 8 to 13 hurricanes this year. Of those, 4 to 7 could hit major hurricane status, which is Category 3 or higher. A summit overseas is raising alarms in the West. Russian President Vladimir Putin met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un today in North Korea's capital after a lavish welcoming ceremony. They vowed to build a strong front against the U.S. and deepen their military ties, as Elizabeth Palmer reports.
Kim Jong-un was at the airport waiting for President Putin. The greeting may have been warm, but these are allies of convenience. The so-called strategic partnership they just signed pledges each will defend the other if attacked. But U.S. officials believe Russia, above all, wants a steady supply of North Korean weapons to use in Ukraine. Bad news for the U.S. and its allies.
We are very much concerned about this because this is what's keeping the war going.
North Korea, in spite of the lavish show it put on for Putin, is one of the poorest countries on the planet. It could bargain for Russian food, oil, or more ominously, technology for its missile and nuclear programs. In this summit, the world is watching a dangerous new axis take shape between two dictators who will stop at nothing to stay in power. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, London.
Ukraine's NATO membership will be a main topic at the alliance's 75th anniversary summit in Washington next month. The allies are actively debating how strongly to commit to the membership. U.S. and German officials have proposed NATO pledge that Ukraine has a bridge to membership, opposed to the irreversible path promised favored by the UK and several other countries. Some NATO members are reluctant to use the word irreversible. That's because Ukraine has not yet implemented all the necessary democratic and anti-corruption reforms for membership, according to a U.S. official. A high-level Israel-U.S. meeting in Iran, originally set for tomorrow, has reportedly been canceled. Sources say it comes after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu released a video accusing the U.S. of withholding military aid from Israel. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says only one shipment of heavy bombs is on hold. He says the U.S. is still reviewing that shipment because of concerns about the weapon's potential use. Today is Juneteenth, and in addition to celebrating the end of slavery in the United States, it's also a time to honor the Black Americans who fight for our freedom today. 26 Black veterans boarded a plane in Atlanta to head to Washington, D.C. today. It's for an honor flight celebrating Black service members on Juneteenth. They'll visit their war memorials, Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia, and other landmarks. They include a 101-year-old veteran, 4 women, and veterans honored with a Bronze Star and 3 Purple Hearts. This is the first Juneteenth trip by the Honor Flight Network. The program flies vets to Washington, D.C. for free to honor their service. A new study suggests millions of homeowners are straining their finances just to keep a roof over their heads. We'll take a closer look at the new numbers when we come back.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new fire table. Available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off all in-stock outdoor products. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
Do you suffer from burning pain, coldness, numbness, tingling in your hands, legs, or feet, and worst of all, balance problems? Have you been told you have peripheral neuropathy? Stop what you're doing, because there is help in a healthy way. We see physicians across the country throw a drug cocktail approach at this condition, getting minimal, if any, relief, while neuropathy progresses toward being confined to walkers and wheelchairs due to amputations and disabilities. Drugs like gabapentin, Lyrica, Cymbalta, or opioids are designed to hide neuropathy but not fix it, and often come with dangerous side effects. Finally, there's a proven path to recovery that thousands of patients just like you have experienced. Our breakthrough, non-invasive neuropathy treatment is supported by FDA-cleared technologies based on published clinical evidence, creating a 99% satisfaction rating. More exciting, our patients enjoy our home therapy to conveniently accelerate healing. If you want your health freedom back, don't choose to suffer any longer. Call now. Spots are limited to the first 20 callers. Call today so we can help in a healthy way.
Sit on this, sit on that, sit on this, hey, sit on that, sit on this, sit on that. Hey!
King Furniture has thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You can see it, buy it, and enjoy your new furniture in your home today.
Sit on this, sit on that.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
More good news for owners of Nvidia stock. Surging demand for the tech company's computer chips has pushed it past Microsoft to become the most valuable publicly listed company in the world. Nvidia's chips are widely used for AI. Its market cap, or total stock market value, jumped to about $3.33 trillion. That's just enough to edge past Microsoft and Apple. A new study from LendingTree finds that more than 18 million Americans are living in homes that stretch their budgets far beyond what's considered financially healthy. Homeowners considered to be in that situation pay more than 30% of their monthly income on housing, including the mortgage, utilities, and other costs. The Justice Department and FTC filed a lawsuit against Adobe this week, claiming the company made it difficult for customers to cancel subscriptions to products like Photoshop and Illustrator. Prosecutors say Adobe hid details of cancellation fees in fine print and behind optional text boxes and hyperlinks. Adobe claims its subscription terms are transparent and the cancellation process is simple. The suit comes at a time when the FTC is hoping to pass click-to-cancel rules that force companies to offer an easy way to stop paying for a product. Federal regulators say applesauce pouches contaminated with heavy amounts of lead remained on Dollar Tree store shelves for nearly 2 months after being recalled and linked to hundreds of lead poisonings nationwide. The FDA says in the weeks and months that followed the recall of apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches, public health officials across many states continue to report seeing the recalled Wanabana apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches on Dollar Tree store shelves. Coming up, a groundbreaking discovery in the fight against Parkinson's disease. We'll tell you about the new test that could predict the onset of the disease up to 7 years before symptoms even appear.
Where's the best place for fresh, quality local meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Get your grills or smokers ready. This month, whole pork butt or whole beef briskets are on sale. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more. Stop in today.
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
People of another age, yep. Howdy Doody Time, the Ed Sullivan Show, the Mickey Mouse Club. You remember, getting in and out of that tub just isn't quite as easy as it once was. We make life easier for older folks like me. New walk-in shower, a personal shower, a seat if you like. Seriously, be safe. Call the Board Store. Let us make your bathroom safe and beautiful. Contact the Board Store today.
The Picnic Bundle is back at the Holman Locker and Meat Market. The Picnic Bundle includes the meat buns and even dessert. Everything you need for your next picnic. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more. Stop in today.
Trust the First Horn Weather Team to keep you safe, and even better, you can take us with you. Expect more with hourly temps and conditions, video forecast, interactive radar, and your choice of notifications. We're there when you need us.
The election season is heating up, and both sides have framed the stakes. Join us each week as we look at the issues and the voters in the 7 swing states that will decide this election.
Mondays at 6:30 on My 8.
Air pollution is not healthy for anyone, but a new study shows it can be especially harmful for cancer patients. Researchers in China found air pollution increases the risk of cardiovascular disease and death in cancer survivors. They say even short-term exposure to high pollution levels rapidly impacted those individuals. A simple blood test and the power of AI could help predict Parkinson's disease up to 7 years before symptoms appear. Researchers at University College in London say they've developed a test, and they believe such an early prediction and diagnosis could be valuable for finding treatments that could slow or stop Parkinson's, which is the world's fastest growing neurodegenerative disorder. Women who are depressed during pregnancy and after birth are more likely to develop cardiovascular issues later in life. Researchers in Sweden hope this finding leads to more studies aimed at finding the best ways to prevent depression and lower the risk of issues, including high blood pressure, heart disease, and heart failure. Those were some of today's top health headlines. Here is a live look now at CityCam 8. Greg is in next with our forecast.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $500 on select mattresses. Plus pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase on all in-store purchases. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,050.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Every day we battle illegal drugs coming into our community.
And we know the attacks on Tammy Baldwin are not true.
Tammy's working with law enforcement to stop the flow of fentanyl.
She brought Democrats and Republicans together
to crack down on drugs coming from China and Mexico,
giving us more tools to fight drug smugglers.
And Tammy voted 32 times to strengthen the border.
Don't believe the attacks.
It's Tammy Baldwin I trust to keep Wisconsin safe.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Download the News 8000 app today.
Well, the good news, we have cloud cover, cooler temperatures, still some high dew points, especially further south you go. So it's a little bit muggy, but less for most areas. So really today, a few showers. We kind of track that. It's mainly for southwest Wisconsin, maybe northeast Iowa. Rain chances do increase on Thursday. This whole front boundary system is going to start lifting northward again. And that means the humidity is definitely going to start rising on Friday and more thunderstorm chances. And you're going to feel the heat and humidity come back for Friday and partly for Saturday. For the mowing forecast, really not overall that bad today, given the cloud cover. A few showers out there, but still 70 degrees, not too bad. Tomorrow the showering chance does increase, so more of a yellow condition, especially further north you go. And Friday, similar type of story. The heat and humidity start coming up, but the thunderstorm chance in the afternoon starts increasing too. So we still got rain out there, but overall it's not going to be a washout today or tomorrow, or even really probably Friday. There's that boundary sitting right here, and it kind of separates from less humid air and more humidity down here, basically to the south. And it's going to kind of really becomes diffuse as you go towards Iowa too. So we're going to start seeing this overall remain pretty steady throughout the afternoon hours. And even tonight, where areas to the north stay cloudy, a few sprinkles around La Crosse, and then a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm far southern Wisconsin. You'll see the winds out of the north, and then they turn northeast because that boundary kind of sits right here and then spreads down towards central Iowa. We're going to start seeing that kind of lift a little bit as we go through tomorrow. You'll start seeing a little bit more showers, especially further west, start to lift up towards the area, and that's when the increase in showers will probably happen tomorrow. More as you go further north towards Eau Claire and further west towards the afternoon, you'll start seeing it spread a little bit. Some activity down to the south, some to the north. Most areas for even Thursday will remain dry with that northeast wind, maybe a little bit of sun, but then notice towards the afternoon hour, we'll start seeing activity pick up, especially towards Minneapolis. That's what's going to kind of spread mainly north of La Crosse, probably going into Thursday night into Friday. Right now, there's a little bit of disagreement on how far north this band of showers and actually some heavy rainfall kind of sits. Right now, it's sitting right toward the north of La Crosse, so we'll keep an eye on for the morning commute for Friday. It looks wet to the north, potentially dry to the south, but that could change. That's the boundary lifting north, and then eventually it's going to settle over Friday right over the area. So it's going to be pretty much warm, hot, and muggy to the south, more cool to the north, but showers and thunderstorms will continue, and then more will develop as we go into the afternoon, and that could impact your evening activities on Friday. It's definitely going to be warm and muggy as we go out. Well, if we look at significant rainfall, there is that potential here for tomorrow and then towards Friday. A slight risk for flash flooding given that we've had quite a bit of rainfall and these storms are going to be efficient rain producers. So we'll have to keep an eye on that through Friday and eventually for Saturday. The good news is once we get past Saturday, we do have a cold front that'll be coming through. So much refreshing and drier air in forecast for Sunday for the later half of the weekend. But Saturday, definitely going to be a day to watch with all the thunderstorm activity going on. But for today, not a lot of showers going on, a few in southwest Wisconsin. Otherwise, just cloudy conditions, 70 degrees, pretty much widespread area. Now tonight, we'll see more a little bit of showers further south. Most areas will stay dry, keeping the temperatures in the 60s with that northeast wind. So overall, if we get to the 8-day forecast, we're just looking at the showers continue Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. And then we see that cool down coming by Sunday and into Monday. So definitely enjoy the cooler conditions because Friday is going to come back with a little bit more heat, humidity.
Okay, Greg, thank you. And we've just received word that former Chancellor Joe Gao has just arrived at the Onalaska Omni Center. We're going to send it back now to Allison Ferget to hear from Gao before the hearing.
You're all going to be a little surprised when you see how far the prosecution, the university, and the system have gone. I mean, they really have, I think, gotten into some lying, you know, and that's going to come out. And so we'll see how people feel about that.
Joe, do you think the hearing will be done today, or do you think it might go into tomorrow?
It's hard to say because they get 3 hours, we get 3 hours. You know, I'd kind of be surprised if it all got done today, and that's just fine, you know.
Are you planning to use that full 3?
Well, we've got to save time out of our 3 hours to do cross-examination of their witnesses. So, you know, it's interesting. We'll just have to see how it flows.
Yeah. And do you guys have witnesses that you have?
We have one witness. Now, you got to remember the burden of proof is on the administration, and so they're going to be the people with all the witnesses, and then we'll get to cross-examine them, which we're looking forward to doing that because particularly the material about our computers, you know, there's just no way that we erase stuff from our computers before we turn them back in because we didn't turn them back in. They took them from my office on December 22nd, and we have the text messages from the interim chancellor to the chief of police and the system's general counsel to show that. So I don't know why they would make such a wild accusation, and I think it's not going to look so good for them when we show the truth.
Talk about the truth, but you also said there's a bit of anxiety coming into the hearing. What's the anxiety coming out? You seem very confident about the hearing.
Well, I was saying to Carmen in the car, you know, being the chancellor for so long, you're very accustomed to going to a big event like this, and, you know, you're sort of on stage, the star of the thing, and that's cool. But being that there's the negativity of the system and some of the people at the university, that's I don't quite know what to make about that, and we'll see how that goes.
We'll let you guys go.
Okay?
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
We just spoke right ahead of this trial, right ahead of this hearing. We'll see what happens with this hearing later tonight. Reporting in Alaska, Allison Ferget. Alexandra, back to you.
All right, Allison, thank you, and stay with us. We're back right after this.
Outdoor furniture has arrived at the Craft Barn in Galesville. Choose from our large in-stock inventory or custom order a color to complement your home or cabin. Quality, sturdy, no maintenance for your backyard oasis. Stop into the Craft Barn today.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted retractable awning and solar screen experts. Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens protect you from the harsh sun. With over 150 fabrics to choose from and the largest sizes available, you can create shade to match your home and style. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with Sonesta retractable awnings, brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I had to start engineering my own arch support. So I got that, then I put this in there, this one. Finally, before I added another one of these in, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. And if I'd have just gone to Good Feet, I'd have been better off in the first place.
Good Feet Arch Supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
Hey, bowling fans, ground-pounding horsepower returns to Recreation Park June 20th, 21st, and 22nd for the 49th Annual Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals. Toma welcomes the National Tractor Pullers Association for 3 days of action-packed pulling on 2 treks for 5 sessions of high-horsepower Grand National truck and tractor pulling. Tickets and more information available at tomatractorpull.com. Again, go to tomatractorpull.com for all the information you need. June 20th through 22nd, it's the Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals, Recreation Park, Toma, Wisconsin. Be there.
Outdoor furniture has arrived at the Craft Barn in Galesville. Choose from our large in-stock inventory or custom order a color to complement your home or cabin. Quality, sturdy, no maintenance for your backyard oasis. Stop into the Craft Barn today.
It's the summer sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Get up to 30% off regular prices. This Leslie sofa is just $9.99, and this Spindrift dining set is $12.99. Get savings throughout the showroom during the summer sale at Home Furniture. During the summer patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts, get up to 40% off regular prices on porch and patio purchases, like this 6-piece patio dining set for just $18.89. Summer patio sale going on now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
All right, cloudy conditions here really today. Maybe a shower, better shot if you go to southwest Wisconsin. Otherwise, most areas will stay dry. 75, that was kind of our low the other night. So same story for Eau Claire, just some cloud cover. 74 with that north wind, so definitely cool conditions. Still a little muggy out there in times. The shower chance increases Thursday. The humidity comes back up for Friday and Saturday. The good news is the second half of the weekend, we have a cold front and we're more refreshing air potentially coming from the south.
Yeah, refreshing air sounds great. Thank you, Greg. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight. Until then, have a great day.